Warning: the following presentation may be disturbing or triggering to some viewers. All information on this channel is provided by the local news and is public to all viewers for your own research. Viewer discretion is advised.
Wagwan, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Tot the Things podcast. My Debbie video, bro, got demonetized. So I want you guys to really push these two videos for me, please, if possible, because I'm not making no money off of that. And that's a big loss right now, bro. And that video's doing so well. If you guys haven't seen it, go look at it. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about something that I've been seeing come across my FYP from years ago, but it popped up back around. And I said, let me talk about it because it was a very interesting story, if you ask me. And a lot of people in the comment section were saying that it sounds like it could be a movie to how there was such a plot twist with all of it. So I know you guys all know Rob Ford. He was our mayor, and he was a crackhead, I guess you can say, or he was doing crack. I don't know if he was a functioning crackhead because the man was our mayor. But it was a big scandal and all these stuff back in 2012, 2013. And then he wound up dying in 2016 because of cancer. He had a picture, right? And in this picture, it wound up going like viral. It was an infamous picture because this was the picture that kind of kicked off the speculation. There was always rumors that he was doing crack, but there was no like for real proof until this picture, and then a video of him smoking the crack came out. But when you look at this picture, it got worse from not just them being, whatever with the mayor, blah 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 blah, and the mayor doing that. That made the picture infamous already. But the picture got even more infamous when you hear the story of what happened to the people in this picture that we're going to be talking about today. So the person on the far right side, that person we're going to be calling Moses, and then the person on the left side of Rob Ford, we're going to be calling TJ. Now, on March 28th of 2013, TJ and Moses went to I believe it was called Loca or Loki, some bar or a lounge that was downtown. I want to go look up for the real name again after I seen it. I couldn't find it. So I believe it's closed down now. But it's called Loki or Loca. And they're in there just doing whatever, I guess drinking, listening music, stand up with their friends. They're just in the lounge, right? But TJ wound up seeing somebody that was just staring at him. Now he kind of recognized the person, and he recognized him as a man that we're gonna call Sav. Now here the thing with Sav. Sav and TJ kind of already had a beef because Sav is a rapper. I don't know if he's still what you would call a rapper now. If he got any bigger, because like I said, this was about 10 years ago. This is a little bit ago now. TJ wound up messaging his OGs on his phone, like sending bare messages because remember he has a beef with him now, so you don't know already they're in the same area. Everybody's looking at each other and shit. So TJ started to send bear message to his OGs them. And one thing that went very viral in this whole story was what the OGs them sent back in a text message. It was just two words: halal meat. Now, if you don't know what halal means in a literal sense, it's like what the Muslim people do before them serve meat. Like I guess they pray and cut meat certain way, and they do their little ritual stuff that makes the meat halal. Them I work on dead meat, so you guys can already get what the man's saying when he sends back halal meat. I guess what TJ was messaging the OG them was asking like, "Yo, who's this you?" Well, he knew who he was because they supposedly had a beef. Now, don't take my words 110%, but that's what it looked like. He was messaging like, "Yo, who is this?" Or and the man sent back and said halal meat. So TJ and Moses went to go page Sav. I guess this was after the dance done. I don't really know how it worked, but Sav wind up outside. So TJ and Moses went over there and they're trying to go, page Sav or whatever outside the club. But what happened next was nothing that they were ever expecting to happen because TJ wound up getting shot in his head and was killed. And Moses got shot in his chest and his neck, but he survived. But you see, the man who killed TJ and shot Moses, it wasn't Sav that they went outside for. By what the people them are saying and from what I have in my notes is that Sav's right hand man named Chris was a person who did this. Now remember, these are not the real names. I just had their identity in the podcast, but you can do your own research. And listen, you see, everything that I'm talking about on the podcast, it might not be 110% because I'm getting it off of public sources, but that's exactly the point. I'm getting it off of public sources where anybody can go research and see their own stuff and go look up and see, say, if you want to know the real names and the trial dates and all those stuff, you can go do that. I don't do that on my podcast. I just tell the story. I guess you can say that the tales or whatever you want to call it, but we're not going to do that on my show. We're not going to go into the trial, and I'm not going to list out the people them real name. We're just calling the man Chris, and it was supposedly Sav's right hand man. So let me run this whole story back quick again for you guys, a little recap if you don't really understand. TJ and Moses went to the bar. They wind up seeing somebody who they recognized and realized that they kind of had a beef with, which was a local rapper that was kind of known. His name was Sav. When TJ now seeing that Sav was looking at him, he sent back some messages to his OGs, I guess asking, what about him or whatever. And OGs them sent back halal meat towards Sav. So TJ and Moses went outside to go page Sav. But when TJ and them went outside, TJ went to get shot in his head and was killed, and Moses got shot in his chest and his neck but survived. And the person that shot and killed TJ and Moses, well, Moses never died, but shot and killed TJ and shot Moses, it wasn't Sav, but it was Sav's supposed right hand man that we're gonna call Chris. And Chris wound up turning himself in, and that's all I'm gonna say because I say already, like I was just explaining, I don't go into those stuff on my show. But I want to know what you guys think about this story because, like I said in the beginning, a lot of people were saying this sounds like something in a movie, like from how the picture with Rob Ford and the people them in the picture, then to how they went outside to go page a man, but it was a next man. So it was a big confusion. A lot of people online are asking, well, the figure was we see like how TJ was sitting there messaging his OGs was and he recognized out Sav. Did Sav recognize out TJ and Moses and was messaging his people? Because we don't know where Chris was. Nobody never said that Chris was inside the lounge. Chris could have been outside. They could have called Chris by the time Sav went outside to go meet Chris. TJ and Moses came outside behind them, and how it happened. I don't know. We don't fully know. You guys let me know what you think about this situation down below. To be honest, I don't really have no thoughts because I don't really know. I guess it's a crazy narrative. It does kind of sound like a story, like something you hear in a movie, with the mayor and all those stuff, and then what happened later on. Because none of this was connected to Rob Ford. Rob Ford actually died after this, years after this. So Rob Ford was alive seeing all this go on, and it wasn't even like they were questioning him about it because it had nothing to do with Rob Ford, right? It was just the same people that was in that picture. So you guys, once again, let me know what you think about the situation down below, and we will talk next time on Talk the Things podcast.